Welcome to the Blue Dolphin News Network. I'm Keon.
And I'm Kyrus.
Please stand for the flag salute. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now our school motto: be safe, live responsibly, understand, respect, and encourage each other. Go Blue Dolphins! You may be seated.
Hello, amazing human beings. Ethan and I are so excited to be here. We are here and we're going to be continuing on talking about how we can help the earth, Mother Earth, or the environment. So we've been reading the Lorax. We read half of it yesterday. We're going to do the next half today. And we are committed and challenging you to be environmental ambassadors. We need you to go and spread the word, right? Not just keep what you're learning inside of you. We want you to spread it and tell mommies and daddies and aunties and uncles and grandmas and siblings, cousins, everyone, friends, and let them know, wow, we can really make a huge impact on the world. So I'm going to share and start sharing because the story's long. And we left off right around here. Please excuse the commercials because I know there's a ton of commercials, but I do, before we even start, and it's a bookmark, and it's 10 things kids to do to help the environment. Bike or walk whenever possible. So if you're going to go somewhere, instead of jumping in your car, maybe you can encourage walking or taking your bike. Recycling, making sure plastics go with plastics, and we're recycling our food. Or whatever we have. Turn off lights when you're not using them. So make sure you make it the habit of turning off lights. Don't litter. There are garbage cans. There are compost bins. There are recycling bins. Do not litter. This is our planet. This is our earth, and we need to treat it beautifully. Take a shower instead of a bath to conserve water because it'll use less water. Plant a tree. Create a wildlife habitat by building a birdhouse for your yard. I don't personally have a yard, but maybe you could build it for the front of your house if you don't have a yard. Turn off electronics when not in use. So that's a really good idea because we've been using a lot of electronics. Turn the water off while you're brushing your teeth, and ride the school bus to school if that's an option. So those are some ways that I'm going to be adding that into your Google Classroom. We're going to get started. Let's get started with the story, and of course, excuse the commercials.
So I quickly invented my super axe hacker, which whacked off 4 truffula trees at one smacker. We were making thneeds 4 times as fast as before. And that Lorax, he didn't show up anymore. But the next week, he knocked on my new office door. He snapped, "I'm the Lorax who speaks for the trees, which you seem to be chopping as fast as you please. But I'm also in charge of the brown barbaloots who played in the shade in their barbaloot suits and happily lived eating truffula fruits. Now, thanks to your hacking my trees to the ground, there's not enough truffula fruit to go round, and my poor barbaloots are all getting the crummies because they have gas and no food in their tummies. They loved living here, but I can't let them stay. They'll have to find food, and I hope that they may. Good luck, boys," he cried, and he sent them away. I, the onceler, felt sad as I watched them all go. But business is business, and business must grow, regardless of crummies in tummies, you know. I meant no harm. I most truly did not. But I had to grow bigger, so bigger I got. I biggered my factory. I biggered my roads. I biggered my wagons. I biggered the loads of the thneeds I shipped out. I was shipping them forth to the south, to the east, to the west, to the north. I went right on biggering, selling more needs, and I biggered my money, which everyone needs. Then again he came back. I was fixing some pipes when that old nuisance Lorax came back with more gripes. I am the Lorax. He coughed and he whiffed. He sneezed and he snuffled. He snargled. He sniffed. Onceler, he cried with a crufulous croak. Onceler, you're making such smogulous smoke. My poor swami swans, why they can't sing a note. No one can sing who has smog in his throat. And so, said the Lorax, please pardon my cough. They cannot live here, so I'm sending them off. Where will they go? I don't hopefully know. They may have to fly for a month or a year to escape from the smog you've smogged up around here. What's more, snapped the Lorax, his dander was up. Let me say a few words about gluppity-glup. Your machinery chugs on day and night without stop, making gluppity-glup, also sloppity-slop. And what do you do with this leftover goo? I'll show you, you dirty old Onceler man, you.
It's a digital writing assistant that you can download as a browser extension. It is extremely helpful.
You're glumping the pond where the humming fish hummed. No more can they hum, for their gills are all gummed. So I'm sending them off. Oh, their future is dreary. They'll walk on their fins and get woefully weary in search of some water that isn't so smeary. And then I got mad. I got terribly mad. I yelled at the Lorax, now listen here, Dad. All you do is yap yap and say bad, 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 bad. Well, I have my rights, sir, and I'm telling you, I intend to go on doing just what I do. And for your information, you Lorax, I'm figuring on biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering, turning more truffula trees into thneeds, which everyone needs. And at that very moment, we heard a loud whack. From outside in the fields came a sickening smack of an axe on a tree. Then we heard the tree fall, the very last truffula tree of them all. No more trees, no more thneeds, no more work to be done. So, in no time, my uncles and aunts, every one, all waved me goodbye. They jumped into my cars and drove away under the smoke-smuggered stars. Now all that was left neath the bad-smelling sky was my big, empty factory, the Lorax and I. The Lorax said nothing, just gave me a glance, just gave me a very sad, backward glance, as he lifted himself by the seat of his pants. And I'll never forget the grim look on his face when he hoisted himself and took leave of this place through a hole in the smog without leaving a trace. And all that the Lorax left here in this mess was a small pile of rocks with the one word, unless. Whatever that meant, well, I just couldn't guess. That was long, long ago, but each day since that day, I've sat here and worried away. Through the years, while my buildings have fallen apart, I've worried about it with all of my heart. But now, says the Onceler, now that you're here, the word of the Lorax seems perfectly clear. Unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not.
Powerful words. Listen to these words. Unless someone like you as an environmental ambassador, cares a whole awful lot, nothing's going to get better. It's not. It's really important to know that you can make a difference, just like the Lorax, right? Who fought for the right of the truffula trees and the animals that needed those trees in our environment, what's happening to the pond and the smog. You can make a difference. I'm going to continue the story.
So, catch, calls the Onceler. He lets something fall. It's a truffula seed. It's the last one of all. You're in charge of the last of the truffula seeds, and truffula trees are what everyone needs. Plant a new truffula, treat it with care, give it clean water, and feed it fresh air. Grow a forest, protect it from axes that hack. Then the Lorax and all of his friends may come back. What would you do if you were given a seed? Could you plant it and water it and make sure it got fresh air?
So I love the idea of really this truffula tree, right? And how we can make a difference. We can be like the Lorax. We can speak for the trees. One way we can is you can reduce. Turn off the water while you're brushing your teeth. Reuse. Donate old toys to those in need, and also old clothes. Recycle. Collect cans for recycling. There's a lot of ways that you can make a difference. And I want you, again, I'm challenging you to be an environmental ambassador. Make a difference in this world, because you can make a difference. You definitely can make a difference. You want to say anything, Ethan?
You have to be an environmental ambassador just like the Lorax said.
Exactly. Just like the Lorax. Bye-bye. Have a super amazing day.
Bye.